slightly muffled by the rumble of the running motors and the sounds of the leaves being plucked from their stalks, you'll hear the infectious laugh of the man who runs it all.
I'm always happy about going to my job.
Elvis Witcher is one of the largest tobacco farmers in the area. He grows more than 1 million pounds of tobacco every year.
Yeah, there's a lot of work here.
And it all has to be harvested by hand.
It's not flat soil like it is down south, so we can't use much machinery. We got to depend on hand labor.
You just might call Elvis a dinosaur of his industry.
If you ask somebody, the normal person out in the streets, describe a farmer, they probably wouldn't describe someone who looks like you.
Farming in general for African America was bad news because, you know, we struggle so hard in the South.
Blacks make up less than 2% of all farmers in the United States. In fact, a study done by the federal government back in 1982 predicted the extinction of the black farmer by the year 2000.
No tengo no más trailers allá.
But Elvis Witcher is still farming, 300 acres strong, with 30 employees to help.
Hey, we got to get everybody going. And I got these workers we're trying to get through before frost. So we working with frost against us now.
He's been cultivating land his entire life.
All of us been made to sit behind a desk. That's all I can say. All of us been made to sit behind a desk.
It's a skill he learned from his father.
That's why I grew up on farm. You know, I had opportunities to do anything I wanted to do. But I choose, this is what I love, and so I choose this.
Elvis started his business back in the 1980s with a small plot of land passed down by his father. He decided to carry on the family tradition. His brothers and sisters, just like many other blacks from his generation, had no desire to work this labor of love.
When they got grown, they didn't want to get away from the farm. They didn't like the farm life. You know, the old people say different strokes for different folks. I guess that's the way it is.
For many blacks, escaping the farm was a way to move away from the painful memory of slavery. Even today, the younger generation of African Americans don't have the passion to grow.
So what do you think it's going to take to get more black people back into farming?
Well, I don't know if we'll be able to get back into farming. You got to have somebody with a lot of money now to get into farming, because most farming now is $1 million operations. So it takes that much to make a living now. That's where it's going to be the struggle. It takes a lot of money.
Over the past 30 years, Elvis Witcher has grown his tobacco business into this massive operation.
The tobacco you see here now is a good quality tobacco. It's very overripe, and that's what the companies like. They like overripe tobacco.
Once the workers are done harvesting the leaves,
what we're doing, we're walking it down so we can get more on the trailer because we're a long ways from home.
The product is hauled off to be dried out in these heated bins.
This is what it looked like after the product is finished. This is the curing process. After the curing process, this is what you get.
This smells like tobacco.
That smells like tobacco. That's ready for the cigarette now. It's ready to process and go in the cigarette.
For Elvis Witcher, farming,
this is the money for it.
It's his lifeline.
It's a good living, you know. You just gotta like what you do.
Now he's holding on to hope.
I'm hoping my daughter or somebody, and my nephew or somebody take it.
That his family will continue to bring life to these fields even when he's no longer able to.